Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole. Welcome to Ride Along with Nicole. I am so excited to do this video. I actually received, I'm talking too fast. Alright, the book that I'm reading at the moment is Intrusions. Anyway, along with the video. Anyway, so I received a message on the weekend and I found it really interesting. It was actually one of my subscribers. It's actually one of my subscribers. He didn't exactly say, if I could conceal his name, but I'm not going to because, to be honest, it was a really interesting message that he sent, and to be honest, I want to sort of give him that sort of recognition that like I've read his message and I know what I'm trying to say. So anyway, I sent a DM. By the way, I did mention early when I sort of first started my Instagram, well, my Facebook channel, the name of my Instagram. So the name of my Instagram is Nicole Isaac. But I've also, because of this message, I've also set up something a little more exciting. So I want you guys to stay tuned. So I'm going to read this message that one of my lovely subscribers sent to me, and there's also a shout out. There's another reason why I'm not changing the name. I mean, I'm sure if like he wanted his name changed, he would have said, or he would have changed the name himself. Maybe the name isn't his name. I don't know. But either way, I'm seeing this as a shout out. So he sent me a message, and yeah, he was like, okay. Hi Nicole, firstly I want to say I absolutely love your videos, and your videos has been such an amazing help to me. I also like your videos because we have a lot in common. We both love The Vampire Diaries. I'm watching it now. And also we both have struggled with obsession. The video you did earlier in the year saved my life as I was having suicidal thoughts, and your list of reasons why I shouldn't commit suicide really helped. I was wondering one thing though. Remembering the scene in The Vampire Diaries when Caroline and Stefan realised Elena was sired to Damon, do you reckon that can happen in real life? Let me explain. I am totally obsessed with this guy. His name is Weston. He was on my football team in college. He was straight and I'm gay, but I didn't know I was gay until I met him. One night we had a great game. Our team went out for some drinks to celebrate, and because him and I shared a dorm, he asked me if I wanted to have a few more beers with him before we go back to the dorm instead of leaving when everyone else did. I must have misread the situation because a few beers in, I for some stupid reason tried to kiss him and ended up with a black eye. Sorry. He requested his dorm be changed, and it was gossip all around the college. He never spoke to me again, and after college ended, we both went our separate ways, and I have never seen him since. However, I still feel obsessed with him, although we left college 5 years ago. But I stalked his Instagram and I saw him and his wife is having a baby, and then I asked my partner what he thinks of adoption. I never had any interest in having kids before I saw he is having one, and now my boyfriend and I are getting advice about adoption. I didn't feel like I was being a copycat. I really want one. But deep down, I know I may never have asked my boyfriend about having kids if I hadn't seen his post about having kids. But that's not all. A few days ago, Weston posted a picture on Instagram of him in Greece with his brother. I thought to myself, I've never gone to Greece before. I really want to go there one day, but I hadn't thought about going to Greece until I saw him on holiday with his brother in Greece. Then when I saw the episode of Caroline and Stefan, it made me think I may not have realised or ever been gay if I hadn't met him. Do you think I have some kind of weird loyalty towards him And do you think there's a such thing as being sired? Because remember, I didn't know I was gay until I had feelings for men until I met him in college. He is the first guy I was ever attracted to. Do you think it is possible that I am sired to him? And that's the real reason why my obsession hasn't gone away, I have tried because I have tried and it has been a problem in my relationships because I love my boyfriend but I don't love him as much as I loved Weston. Thank you for listening and much love from Craig. Well, thank you, Craig. That is a really interesting question, actually. Um, oh, that's a lot. Yeah, I don't know, reading it in my mind, it was a lot quicker than reading it out loud. But that is really interesting. Number one, I want to give a shout out to Craig. I want to say thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, like, that is really interesting. Obviously, like, a lot of people has had like similar situations like that, and like, for everyone who don't know what scene he's referring to in Vampire Diaries, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the clip in right about now. So I'm going to insert the clip in so that you lot can see what he's on about.
Elena's right, I just need to let go.
No, you're right, Stefan. It's not pretty and it's not easy, but you can't give up on her.
Caroline, she looked me in the eye and she told me to move on.
She's lost. Okay, you and her, epic. Her and Damon, oh, God. There's something wrong with her. Just promise me you won't stop looking for the cure.
Klaus won't let me even if I wanted to.
What does he care? He doesn't even want it.
He wants to keep Elena human so that he can make more hybrids.
He's gonna need them. Tyler's almost got all of them on SIRED. Oh my God. I was trying to understand why Klaus was so intrigued by Damon and Elena. He said we'd figure it out. This is what he was talking about.
What are you talking about?
Think about it. Every time Elena's had a problem, Damon's been the magic solution. Today, Elena was worried about Jeremy. Who swoops in and tells her to relax? Damon, and she listens. When Elena started feeding, who said that she could only drink blood straight from the vein?
Damon.
And when she tried to drink from animals?
She couldn't keep it down.
And blood bags.
Same thing.
Name one vampire in the history of vampires who couldn't drink blood from a blood bag. Damon said she couldn't, so she couldn't. Damon likes the red dress. Elena likes the red dress.
Damon says kill Connor. She kills Connor.
What if it's possible? Damon's blood made her a vampire, right? It's rare, but it happens. What if this is one of those times? What if this is really happening?
Elena's sired to Damon.
Alright, now you've seen the clip that he's on about. Basically, obviously, as you saw in the clip, they realise, like, Elena is sired to Damon. For those of you who hasn't watched the Vampire Diaries, which I'm sure everyone probably has, but I thought I might as well put it in just in case. You know what? I think that's really interesting. I never ever thought of that before. Like, that's never crossed my mind because my situation is similar. Well, not similar, but similar. At the same time, obviously, like when I was obsessed with like the person when I was obsessed with her, saying no names. Obviously, she was the very first female I was ever attracted to, and I didn't know that I was bi or even fascinated or curious about girls or anything until I met her. So it's really strange, you know, like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I need to do some. I need to do some googling myself. You know, like I need to do some investigating and googling myself because I think that's really interesting. But at the same time, putting the reality in, if we just put the side part aside and we just focus on the reality, you know, we have to accept. One thing that I have to say is that we have to accept what it is, you know, like looking at his Instagram, you know, like even though it's tempting, you know, Lord knows I know how tempting it is to type someone's name in Instagram and see what they're up to. Like I think every female does that anyway. I mean, like half the population of this globe does that. You know, like well, quarter because the rest is children. You know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of people does that. You know, like a lot of people stalks their exes on Instagram. A lot of people follow. You know, like looks up what past friends is doing and what they're up to, and you know, like I feel like, but at the same time, when you realize like, okay, there's definitely an obsession and it's affecting my relationships, and it's, I feel like that's when we have to realize and just call it by its name, and it's obsession, it's stalking, and there is no help, not enough anyway, because if you Google help for obsession or help for stalking, like if you Google help for obsession, you get a little more help, but if you type in help for stalking, all you get is like um, stalkers victims helpline or things like that, and so it's not really help for you, it's help for the person you're stalking, so it's not really. So I think what you need to work on first is trying not to look at his Instagram. Like that's the very first thing I have to say. Like don't look at his Instagram. And obviously, like as far as like the main question, about you saying about what's it called? Yeah, you saying about like you didn't want this until he like, I don't know, I guess us humans, we're competitive, we're, you know, like sometimes we look at things that other people has and we want that, so that's not really your gay side, it's more like your human side, like it's, well, I know I'm not saying gay is a separate to being human, that's not what I'm saying, don't come for me, you know, but at the same time I'm saying like everyone does it. Like for example, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. A kid comes into school and they've got, I don't know, let's say they've got like new Jojo Bobo hair clip, you know, the Jojo, the big, massive, colourful Jojo Bobo. Now, maybe a little girl that never ever thought of wanting to have bows until she saw, you know, her little friend coming in and, you know, she has a Jojo Bobo and it's big and it's colourful and everyone's like, oh my god, it looks so pretty, I want one. You know, like that's how it goes, you know, like from early you see something that someone else has and you're thinking, oh, I'd like that, like yeah, I didn't want one before, maybe her mum may even have tried to buy her a bow before and she thought, no, but then she saw another little girl at her school wearing a bow and it looked, and how nice it looks on her and everything, and now she wants a bow. So that's your human side, that's more competitive. You look at what other people has and you look at yourself and you look, okay, what can I change, what can I improve? It's a bit like okay, like if I give you an example, say if, okay, like say if my boyfriend was a complete bomb, like he's not, by the way, he's really not, But say if he is, like, say if he's like a complete bum, he doesn't work, and he doesn't want to work, he just wants to stay at home and playing PlayStation. But then he sees, okay, oh, Nicole's getting a job, and oh my god, yeah, Nicole can afford this, and Nicole can afford that, and Nicole's doing A, B, and C, and Nicole's going here and going there, and whatever. You know what? I want a job. You know, it's sort of like that, you know, like, I feel like as humans, we need to realize that it's okay to look at other people and see where they are in life and think, should I be at that level? You know, it's all right. Like, people look like women. The reason why a lot of women check each other out in the first place isn't sorry isn't much to do with attraction or them just being bitchy. It's more to do with, okay, oh, you know, like, she's got really nice nails. My nails looks kind of chipped. Oh, she's got, I don't know, she's got really nice hair. You know what? I really need to get to the hairdressers. Or she's a size 2. You know what? I've been talked about the fact that I need to lose weight for the longest time, and you know what? I just really need to lose it now. You know, it's sort of, that's how we are. You know, that's like how we are. You know, men will see each other at the gym and they don't admit this, but if a man will walk past and he's like all bulky and he looks like, you know, he looks like Johnny Bravo, and this skinny man's just looking at him, and he's like, the skinny guy is gonna be like, you know what? I want to bulk up. Like, I want to look all like a beefcake. You know what I mean? Like, that's how humanity works. That's how we are. We're visual. We like to see, okay, who has what do I have, and what. So I wouldn't put myself. I wouldn't say you're sired. Like, maybe your obsession, that could be you being kind of sired or something, like, in a way, like, in a weird way. I wouldn't use the word sired, but I use the word like, um I'd use the word like, loyal. You know, like, you're loyal to this person because you weren't, because it's because of them they got that ball. My mum is forever coming up with creative ways to ruin my YouTube videos. she's scraping she's doing the dishes. Anyway, she's done. Anyway, so like, this person is what made you who you are in a way. You know, if you hadn't met that person, like, it's like this person made you turn a corner. You was going like this, but then you come across this person and then you went like that. You know, no pun intended. You know, I'm not talking about straight or gay, but I'm more talking about, like, you was on like this path of, okay, I'm straight, blah blah blah, and then you met this person and then you took a turn. It's because of this person you took a turn. It's like the butterfly effect. If you hadn't met this person, if you never met Weston, then you would have never, you would have never, you may not have even realized you're gay. You may not even have, and maybe, I don't know. And obviously, like, I don't know if you said that you kissed or you tried to kiss. I forgot which one. But if it's like you kissed him, you managed to kiss him before he punched you in the face. Obviously, I'm not condoning violence, but at the same time, you know, like, obviously, like, yeah, obviously, I can understand why he did that. You know, like, I can, as much as I have sympathy for you, you know, like, I feel like when it comes to the physical aspect, talking is one thing. Like, talking, I can talk for England. Like, I can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Like, there's no shutting me up. But with the physical thing, like the touching or kissing, that's when there's a line. You know, that's when there's like a line that you don't cross. And so, but on saying that, um, no, you didn't kiss him. You tried to. Because I was gonna say, if you did, maybe it because he's the first guy you ever kissed. But at the same time, he's the first guy you ever tried to kiss, you know, or attempted to kiss, or thinking of kissing. So maybe that might be something as well. I don't know. But yeah, like I really feel like obviously it's sad and it's humiliating and it's embarrassing, and you know nobody wants a black eye, but at the same time, you know, like obviously you was young, you was in college, you just had a ton of beers, but yeah, I think what you should focus on is yeah, you know, if you want to use him as motivation, if you want to, or not use him, but if you want, you know, like a visual, you know, like a human vision board, you know, like I wouldn't go on like copying, only because like where you're already obsessed or already like have this thought of being obsessed, you know, it could get out of hand. At the moment it's just, you know, like online, you're just like seeing his Instagram, but one day you may be like, you know what, I want to see him in person, you know, I haven't seen him for 5 years, I'm gonna fly over to whatever state he's at and I'm gonna just like sit in my car and just watch him carry the groceries home or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, so I feel like I'm not exactly the number one person to be given advice. Obviously, like I struggled with obsession, and I'm guilty as sin. I done a bit of stalking. I'm not proud of it, you know. But at the same time, not the physical aspect, but more like what you're doing, snooping on Instagram and things like that. You know, sending messages like "I miss you," but you know, like other than that, I've stopped that now. But at the same time, I am at a place now where I can sort of see it from both angles. So I can see it from my side, but I also saw it from her side as well. I'm sort of like, I don't know. It is weird to explain, but I feel like it may. I wouldn't use the word side. I'll probably use the word loyalty. But at the same, because when you're sired, like obviously you saw like in the video, Caroline said, you know, he told her to, you know, like he told her to kill this person, so she killed him, or he told her, you know, like he can't drink from, no, Damon, I can't talk. Damon told Elena, you know, like she can't drink from blood bags, only from the vein, and Elena could only drink from the vein. But everyone else doesn't have a problem with drinking from blood bags, only Elena, only because he told her. I mean, like, I'm not too sure, but I don't think Weston told you to look about getting advice from about having children. I don't think Weston told you to go to Greece, you know. So I think maybe science isn't really the word. And I don't know, obviously it's a show, isn't it? So maybe there may be some sort of spiritual element to what, because I think there's always something. I feel like there's always another layer, a deeper layer that nobody really looks at. So I've always thought that about obsession and stalking and things like that. So that's my take on it anyway. That's what I think. But yeah. So anyway, that's basically my thoughts. Whatever you think down below, like please put your comments down below. And also for my exciting news, I'm this Craig, you have literally inspired me to move my channel up a little and do like advice videos. I really enjoy doing this video and coming up with it and thinking about, you know, how best your situation will be. And so, well, I said that so wrong, like how to give you advice for your situation. So I set up a new email and I'm thinking I'm gonna put it right here down below. It's going to be called yeah, my email address is artsnicoleisaac@gmail.com. Yeah, so if you've got any problems, any situations, any situations, any problems, any advice needed, anything to do with anything. It could be to do with obsession and stalking, it could be to do with something completely different, it could be to do with something I've never even spoken about or talked about, but I'm happy to listen, I'm happy to read all of your messages and answer them. And I really enjoyed doing this, I was really, I liked, kept finding the clip, on online to show you like what Craig was talking about. Yeah, so I really like that. But thank you, and I look forward to seeing your discussions down below. I look forward to also seeing, checking my emails and seeing, what advice you guys want, what you want me to read. If you want me to change the name, please state that you want me to change the name, or you could even change the name, your name may be Daniel, but you might say, okay, my name is Cherry. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, do all the nice things, turn on your notifications, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.